Wow, this is pretty long to start. Welcome to episode 46 of Peace Talk. The moon is in Scorpio, and so is my guest today. How are you, Candace? What is popping with you?
What's up? Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Still have a delay. We still have a delay.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, I see your face, but I'm not seeing anything other than that.
All right, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Watching, like we started this.
We've been trying, you guys. We've been trying.
You can see and hear this delay between us. Interference. So we've had a while, and literally right before we were about to go live, like cut for a good 5 minutes. I couldn't even go on. Nothing really wrong with the internet. I see your lighting stage. I'm lighting myself, but when I light it, it goes off. Sage that usually burns pretty easily, when I light it, it goes off. Like it won't stay on. So it's all good.
It's all good. We're here. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be back in internet.
I'm broadcasting this is I actually want the interference. Thank you for joining. I'm definitely grateful. We're gonna work through interference.
I'm just gonna keep pushing it. I'm like determined at this point.
But for the watching, what's your sun, moon, and rising?
So
you're a Scorpio.
Yeah, so I'm.
For those curious, what's your rising?
So my rising is 0 degrees Libra, and I'm a Pluto, Sun, Mercury conjunct in Scorpio, and my moon is in Aries. So a little spicy.
All right, and just a little spicy. I'm going to talk really slow, Candace, so wait, it sounds like you're live. It sounds like the interference in the
I'm hoping that this is still working because something's going on. So if you guys are still here and you guys can hear what I'm saying, stay tuned because I'm trying to get Mike back on the video call. So hold on, guys. Give us a second. Hold on. I see him trying to get in. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm going to assume that you are. Suddenly, Peace Talk has become Candace Talk. So I'm going to see what we can do to get him in. Hi, guys. Give us a second. I'm sorry we're having so much. He's back. See, it's like magic. I was going to cancel out of there. I was like, what do I do? I can hear you.
No, I thank you for staying on. It's just any delay, or you can hear me like
I can hear you.
Now,
I can hear you really well now.
We'll see. There's still a delay. I have to give you guys context for those watching because like.
Oh my goodness. Well, I can hear you a lot better now.
All right, we'll rock with it.
Yeah, I'll just talk slow.
Literally, like, went on live. Yeah. Really? Yeah, feel me? I'm gonna be real, like, before
this is like crazy. This is nuts. I'm just gonna keep it. I mean, he's choppy.
before we went live, okay.
Everything was fine.
Use this, and it was clear and then to go live, and this, it's
everybody's saying I'm clear, so it's
especially
not me.
with the every I had a reading with no, it's me, it's on my internet's the one that's going in and out like this. When I was speaking to an Aquarius with a Scorpio moon, we couldn't even hear her. Like, they cut off her voice. The Sagittarius with the Scorpio moon, they interfered. So why they don't want us to hear is because you're gonna break down that wisdom while the moon's in Scorpio. They don't.
Oh
they
my
don't
God,
want
I love
you
when the moon's in Scorpio.
the dark forces.
Bring the heat.
Joe Chris, say a prayer.
Okay, guys, it's getting better. So let's hope for the best. We've got some IT people on it in the chat room right now that are all over. I can hear you.
So yeah, I would restart the computer, but change anything, unfortunately. So
I think it's working.
yeah,
I think it's working.
Regardless, it's working. Let's keep with this for another 10 minutes. Frog with our voices is gonna be delayed on my end, so
okay.
I'll make sure I like pause at the right times.
Okay.
Let's just kind of keep with this, because yeah, there's so much depth that you're ready to like release. Precisely, this is because you got the Aries moon, like you said. Like, we're gonna pull some cards later on, and there's this amazing.
Look at this chat. The chat is like so
wisdom,
strong, and they're staying. They're staying.
Working rituals.
Yes, sorry, I'm gonna.
The chat is throwing prayers our way. That's why I don't want to stop. The chat is saying it's working, so you know.
It's working. It's working. Thank you, guys. You want to know what it is? Your Mercury on your ascendant, it opposes my Mercury and my Sun and my Pluto, so it's like doing this. That's probably what it's doing.
No wonder. That makes a whole lot of sense too, because it wasn't until
Mercury opposition.
We like, because it was, yeah. That makes a whole lot of sense. What would you say is part of you being an Aries moon as a Scorpio?
I heard once, and I don't know if this is true, but I still love it. Somebody was telling me that there are more Scorpio Sun, Aries moons that are assassins than any other combination, because they'll shoot you and they won't think twice about it. So I think that the moon helps get me out of being stuck in my own mind, especially with my Pluto Mercury Sun conjunct, but it makes me pretty fearless. It makes me pretty risky in terms of relationships, because it's in my 7th house and it's at 22 degrees. So Uranus has been back and forth over my moon, making me like crazy, like boy crazy, like relationships in, out. I want a baby. I don't want a baby. Like, just nuts.
For real. And how would you say the Aries moon like adds to the well, you already said it, but how would you say like the soul, do you feel a stronger connection to your soul or to your spirit, especially like as they stereotypically say, being a woman?
I think that I really, especially recently, connect more so now more to Aries than I ever did before. I think I've had so much Scorpio pride, but since going through these transits, and especially having the retrogrades over my moon, I have realized that I don't have to be this little emotional ball of water, that I can be very Aries, and I can be very direct, and I can be very cardinal, and I can put myself first. So that's what my moon is teaching me, that I got to consider my emotions and be fearless, man.
Really even start the spiritual path you were walking?
Oh my God, that's a good question. It's been a long road, man. It's been a long road, but I would have to say, back when Saturn went through Scorpio, it hit my stellium in my second house, and it got gnarly. And I found myself in a period of really kind of being in a hole and going down a road emotionally, relationship-wise, in terms of my career and everything. It just hit me really hard. I come from lineage of intuitives, so I've been around that. I've been lucky and blessed to grow up in a home where spirituality was first and foremost, and it very much was supported. So I want to say part of it is probably my family. I think the other part of it is just the fact that when I made the transition several years ago into doing a lot of the work on myself, I went back to my roots. I went back to astrology. I went back to reading cards. And like I tell everybody, like this, like doing this, like saved me. So my spiritual work is what saved me. And so like, that's why I'm so like devoted to being able to spread this stuff, to talk about this stuff.
And we've met, like, you're legit. That's one that you and about you, and it makes sense when you say you're from the lineage. Like, people who come tradition of psychic work, you can tell immediately. And there's this like confidence in the way you read and in the way you do your work. And I'm very honored, you know, glad you're on the team, and glad you're on this interview. Like Lisa Gale. Really.
Thank you guys. And
sure.
I see you guys talking about birthdays and stuff. I see the Scorpios in there. I'm an 11/11 myself. So, yeah, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to do a peace talk. I think that this is awesome. We've been talking about it for some time. And I remember when you came out to LA, we were like spitting back and forth and reading for each other. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm down to do that and to talk about some magic and some stuff with you guys.
So thank y'all in the chat for praying. Thank y'all for the good.
It's working.
It's working. I tried to talk earlier because I thought the delay was still there, but we straight.
I think it's better.
Yup, they cannot stop the funk. So while I got you live right now, you know, could you break down the politics? Because I know Scorpios know a lot of what's up. A lot of people don't really know that Scorpio will just walk into a room and size up and find out the collective conscious, like, you know, themes just by like looking at y'all. So even here, I'm a little vague on that, but
you're saying break down how we work. You want me to?
I would really. Could you fill us in on any like energetic gaslighting or energetic tactics people use to manipulate that you see going on right now, maybe in the spiritual community, or that you see people doing to you or others?
Did you see my post earlier? Is that what this is about? Are you just tapping in?
No,
Oh, I'll wrap on this for a minute. I'll wrap on this. Let me take my gloves off. Okay, so I want to talk about what's going on in the spiritual community, because we're in it, first of all, but secondly, there's so much talk about this is spiritual, that's not spiritual, this is spiritual, that's not spiritual. Our job as spiritual beings, which we all are, but people who are connected to the community and giving advice to the community, we're in no place to be tearing each other down or making comments about people's charts, in my opinion. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to say that. And I've seen a lot of it recently, and I've seen a lot of people who feel the need to talk deeply about what's going on in their natal or what's going on with their progressions and break other people down. And I'm not entirely too crazy about that recently. I just gave a public service announcement. I came out with it. I was like, here's my chart, guys. Like, you know, I'm seeing a lot of that. I see a lot of people who I feel like maybe perhaps are getting so caught up in what's going on with group work, which I think is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. I teach classes, I do group work, but people are losing sight of the divine connection to their higher self, like to their higher self. And I think that when you get caught up in the media and the social media and you get caught up in putting everything out there and talking about stuff, it's like you got to drop the ego at the door. People are losing sight of all the material things, you know, the things. Like I love cards, I love crystals, I love all of this stuff. But your connection to source doesn't cost a thing. It's being able to be divinely directed, divinely protected, and tuned in all the time. And I see way too many people getting sucked up into the guru mentality and taking everything at somebody else's word, that we're losing sight of what this is, It drives me nuts.
So when you just casually say some stuff like that, you need to understand why I just get interfered left and right. Like they had to stop this broadcast because you out here just like dropping that wisdom, just off cuff, just like that.
Sorry, the moon's in Scorpio, so they're gonna get a lot of that. But I was talking about that earlier. I think that above all, like I do believe people are good. Like I really do, and I see it. And there's a lot of good out there. But I think that something is going on in the communities where people are starting to lose sight of being able to govern themselves. Maybe just a little bit.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because, you know, wherever God is, the devil is, you know, and even the Christian church, like the demons are sent there to sow discord. And that's in a community. You always have to send the agents in. So one thing I learned is that there are people who have access to these spiritual tools and these spiritual gifts, and they use it for evil. They use their psychic abilities. They use their abilities, you know, for bad. So like, I feel like that's a lot of what you're picking up on, especially certain people like trying to expose others or trying to like dig in their charts just for attention and just for, you know, to create some buzz. So it is what it is. But one thing that I'm interested in and one thing I appreciate about you is you're not only psychic, but you're a psychic astrologer, and you're really nice with the astrology wisdom, and you really like bring that depth into it. So I've always been under the impression that Saturn and Scorpio is going to really, Saturn and Sagittarius is changing a lot, but Saturn and Capricorn is just going to like, or rather, how do you feel is going to affect the Capricorn generation? I feel it's going to like open a lot of doors. What's your more real perspective of how it's
Oh my gosh, I hope that there's a lot of, I hope there's a lot of people. I mean, I give love to any Saturn placement, so I don't play favorites. I think I have been focused so much on Saturn and Sag because it's been happening the past 3 years. And then we've got Saturn and Capricorn that's coming. And I know you have that natally. I have it natally too. We have those cap stelliums. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Saturn going into Capricorn, the next 3 years, you guys, are going to be wild. Because Saturn coming into Capricorn, that's the ruling planet for Capricorn. You're going to see that it's just going to show up and it's going to clean house. And I think that all of the work that those who have Saturn and Sagittarius have been protesting, preaching, exposing, shining a light on, you know, really putting it out there and bringing it to the table. And then Saturn and Capricorn, we're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to be the ones to really kind of show where there are institutions, religions, governments, all kinds of things going on in corporate companies where there's manipulation, there's shadiness, and where we need to rebuild the structure. And I'm trying to love Saturn. I'm really trying to love Saturn because in a lot of ways, Saturn has kicked my ass, but Saturn was really good to me when it left Scorpio. And so that I have love for it because it built so much of what I'm doing now. But it's like at the same time, this is coming. So I'm trying not to have a personal crisis over it. I'm trying to embrace it. I don't know about you, because I know it's gonna affect your moon. So it's gonna get real with your moon.
I'm already writing my will. Like I've prepared for my death for a long time. So serious. Like, if Saturn's gonna be on it, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm
Yeah, but you know what though? Then you've got Jupiter that's going to show up too in like what, 2020? So it'll be like Saturn, Pluto, South Node, Jupiter. I mean, it's going to get real. It's going to get so real. It's not even funny. So it's so great to talk about this stuff and to get other people who are approaching their Saturn return or in the midst of it, whether it's your first or your second or your third, you will continue to evolve with Saturn every single time. And I just, it's going to get really interesting. We're going to start having those eclipses in Capricorn and in Cancer that are coming soon. So I feel like that's going to really play into hitting those of us who have those personal planets in Capricorn. And I think that it's going to build an amazing structure for what we are doing, people like you and I, who are trying to bring Saturn energy, its practicality, its stability, its sense to that Neptune energy and that Uranus energy, which in a lot of ways are wild cards for dealing with Saturn, but it's going to bring, you know, sensibility to our integration of spirituality into our lives and into society. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be spiritual, but you're going to see so many shifts, and they're already happening. I mean, I feel like we got shades of it in the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn that we had the end of the year going into the beginning of 2017. So we're seeing the things that were wrong. This is like, I'm just going to go all out. We saw when the very beginnings of all of the interference with Russia was going on. And I remember talking about it and being like, what the fuck? Like, there needs to be more stuff that comes out about this because there's so much more beneath the surface. And it's just, I mean, you're seeing it. It's now unraveling. I remember being like, where is it, guys? I know it's going to come out. And it's just now starting to kind of spiral. And we're seeing, obviously, all across our, you know, news and our headlines, all of this political stuff. But the truth is, it's like, yeah, somebody's saying it. Joe said it, Galactic Center. Saturn has been on and around there, and it's going to come back. So it's just now getting started. And this is leading up to the eclipse in July, I mean, in August on the 21st, which is like a whole other topic. But yeah.
Very well said. And I feel with Jupiter going into Scorpio, while all this like seriousness is there, we're at least in a position to deeply and intimately with everything that's there's not like transits, is it forces you to be, you don't have the, if you're putting false pretense, I feel like Jupiter and Scorpio is really going to expose the real fakes and frauds, and it's going to be so easy to see through who's in whatever agenda and what for, if you didn't know already. But that sextile, I'm
ready for it. That's going to be really interesting. That sextile is going to be amazing because Jupiter and Saturn, although they may be very opposite, you're going to see that they will support each other. And when Jupiter goes into Scorpio, I do think it's going to get real. I think that you're going to see people who are having to make positive changes. I mean, I want to see the positive side of all of the astrology, but there is going to be a lot where, you know, Jupiter magnifies. It will magnify where there is corruption. It will magnify where there is deceit and where people are not being themselves. And I think you're going to see the shadows begin to be, you know, exposed. And I'm excited for it because it's going to hit my planets. And I know that it's going to be good because we're getting into the support of Saturn where we can really step into what we're doing, what we're talking about, and inspire other people too. If you want to study the occult, study the occult. Come on, guys. Like Saturn and Capricorn, that's about witches. That's about, you know, everything that has to do with the true ancestry of magic, of where this comes from, and whether it's your own personal magic or it's ritual or whatever you're doing, it's going to really pop off starting the beginning of 2018. And I think it's going to be like epic. I really do.
It is going to be epic. And a lot of this is going to hit the Neptune and Capricorn. So it's just going to be manifesting a whole is what personally do you feel like goes into a reading, how do you make it intimate to you, especially in getting? If you who is used to readings, and then again for the person who has never had a reading, like what are they getting into?
So my view of a reading is, my job is just the mediator. I'm just the translator. So I'm there to give you a direct connection to your higher self, to be able to give you an unbiased opinion of whatever the information that's coming from source, to help align you and your various subtle energy, bodies. You've got your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, sexual bodies. And in order to receive the information during a reading, I like to talk to people one-on-one and get really in depth and be able to help them align those energies so they can receive the messages and they can allow that to enter their sphere, click with them, resonate with, so that way it'll manifest. But I do that in various ways. I'm clairvoyant and I practice Western astrology. I never go without my deck. I use my tarot deck, and I'm also a medium. And I would actually consider myself more clairsentient. So I can channel, so I can work with ascended beings and talk to them, or talk to deceased loved ones, or be able to talk to guides or various God's goddess energy that comes in that's representative of them at that moment. So I'm just the middleman to connect them and be able to relay the messages.
You have like Santeria based practices too. I alter magic popping.
Yeah.
How is that like for you? Or rather,
how is it like for me, or the people who enter my house?
I was all buku, but I wasn't sure to ask how you got into it. But more so, what I was trying to ask is, how have you found that that's kind of enhanced your spiritual path and working with these energies?
Okay, I feel like in order for me to have a connection and to be working with my guides and my ancestors, I want to have a regular routine, relationship with them and be able to connect to them as much as possible. So I feel like so much of my work, because I guess I don't really come out and say it because there's still a lot of stigma around it, but like, I'm a witch, and I think a lot of other people are witches too. So to those of you guys who are and you have not come out, like, please, like, come out of the broom closet, just own it, because witch is not a bad thing. It's just about being able to work with your energy regardless of what your practice is. But I'm a witch, and I work with the lunar cycles because I know how the energy works astrologically. So if I want to create a candle, or if I want to create a ritual, I want to work with the herbs and the elements that associate with what's going on in the stars, or I want to work with scents or incense that connect to that. And I feel like it's a really nice way to integrate the astrological work, the intuitive work, to be able to understand that energy and call upon whatever it is you're trying to connect with, obviously within good reason, guys. Don't just go calling on anything. But developing a relationship with my ancestors was what really kind of brought me to ritual work, and being able to know what energy I can pull from particular energies or beings to help me with my practice, to help me with my understanding, to help me learn how to shift energy and work with other people. And I think that it really just enhances everything that's going on. I'm pretty sure from what it looks like to me, Mike might have dropped out for a second. So stay tuned, guys. Hang in there for just a second. I'll keep chatting with you. If you guys can see him, let me know. I'm reading your guys' messages on the wall, and I'm cracking up. Hopefully we can get him back. See what you guys are asking. Can you talk about 0 degree Libra rising? Do you lean more towards Virgo? I don't think I'm organized enough to be Virgo. Oh, Michael's back. Here he is. He's coming back, guys. Somebody's asking me about formal training for my midwifery. Skills. Yes, I went through a year-long program to go and get my certification as a death midwife. Give them a shout out. You can check them out at Sacred Crossings. The woman who runs that, her name is Olivia. She's amazing, and she's helped me learn how to work with those who are going through the process of dying and being more conscious. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Woo! I swear, like, as soon as you said, like, I'm coming out as a witch. I'm a witch.
Yeah, there you go. I just like crashed the system. Sorry.
It's like you literally hopped into my shit. And I was going to ask you a great question. I wanted to know. Right when I was going to ask you, are you born a witch or can you become a witch? Is it something that you just kind of are, or is it something anyone can be?
I'm not going to tell anybody whether they can or cannot be a witch, because it's like asking, like, are you born with the divine feminine? I mean, like I said, there's such a weird connection and still like a social stigma. I mean, a man can be a witch. I don't care, but it's about learning to really harness and connect with that divine feminine energy. You can be a white witch, a black witch, a gray witch. It doesn't matter to me, but it's learning how to engage with spirit, engage with nature, and honoring the whole cycle, everything that there is, and then bringing that to other people and helping other people, whether it's giving them advice, giving them readings, giving them a ritual bath. It's being able to do it and shift energy and create magic, because magic is real.
Well, I'm just going to be 100% honest. Like, you can be a basketball player and then take that basketball player and teach them how to box, and they'll become a boxer, but they're not going to be Mike Tyson. Where I'm getting with this is, yeah, you can learn how to be a witch, but not everyone is a real witch. Okay, y'all? And I'm going to tell y'all, Candace is legit. So y'all better holler at her for the ceremony. Like, let the peace dealer tell you, because there's a lot of people out here fronting like they got the witchcraft on lock, but they just frauds, okay? Candace is a real one, all right? And do you mind if you can kind of put people on to like how you do, you don't have to go too in depth, but what goes into like a ceremony with you, or like doing a ritual?
For me, I like to focus on, you know, what is it you're trying to create? First of all, you want to look at it and like, okay, and what I'm doing or what I'm working on or manifesting, is this what I really want? And I think that this is what I focus on so much, because I can get you guys with the readings who want your man back, who want your baby daddy back, who want all of this stuff. But first and foremost, you got to sit and meditate on, do you want him back? Because we can bring him back, y'all. We can bring him back. But it's going to be like a horror movie where you got a zombie showing up at the front door and he's there, but he's not there. So the first thing you want to focus on is this in alignment? Is this in alignment with my higher good? That's why they say, so mote it be or better. It's this or better. It's all about intention. You got to get your intention. You got to get your supplies. And this doesn't have to be anything crazy. I know a lot of witches that can work all kinds of magic with some spices. And some herbal things in their cabinet. It doesn't have to be, you know, owning, you know, all of the herbs or all of the crystals in the world. But I like to work with the elements, because I feel like the elemental energies, the earth, guides, they work with that. They respond to that. So I always make sure to have my chalice of water, or I like to put out some whiskey for the spirits. I think they like that, or some rum. I always have a candle burning to honor the element of fire. I will sage, or I will, you know, burn incense for air, or I'll use my bowls, or I really like to actually sing or chant, even though I'm kind of tone deaf. And then I like to also work with the element of earth, and that's sometimes putting out some flowers on my altar and giving an offering to my great grandmother, or to my ancestors, or to Venus, or Aphrodite, or Hecate, whoever I'm working with. And I like to get into the zone. It depends on the kind of magic you're doing. You know, if you're doing your love magic, you like want to put something sexy on and put a little Marvin Gaye on and like be feeling it, like then feel it. Have your little, you know, moment of writing down your intentions. having some wine, chilling, and really visualizing, because magic is intention. Intention is everything. So I know people who can work miracles with a birthday candle. You don't have to have a full-blown altar. You can, but you don't have to.
That's so real. That's so real. That actually, and because Scorpio is a lot of my 6th house, and I have Pluto there, so it's been the hardest for me to bring it all together. But thank you for shining the light there. That makes so much sense. And for those interested in getting a reading with you, I think you have a special where if they do get a reading, you will give them a free ritual. So could you fill us in more about that?
So this is the what was that?
I said I'm gonna have to take advantage of that myself. Cop one of those deals.
So basically what I'm doing, because I do want to start being able to help people setting up their own routines or their own rituals so they can get more, I think, knowledgeable about working with these energies. Anybody who books a reading with me through Mike's site for a limited time, if you send me an email to that email address to get scheduled and you use the word magic, then you're going to get a little extra time with me at the end of your reading for us to focus on an intention or something that you're trying to bring into your life or that you're trying to manifest. And I'm going to take a look at your natal planets and talk about what elements you should be using and give you either a spiritual RX with some ideas to use some crystals, or your own personal ritual, or your own personal daily meditation, so you can go about being able to bring that into your life.
Gangster. Nothing but gangster. I bet some mystic illuminations wouldn't have the team in the clique. We come prepared. I got the Star Witch rocking and back in the field. One thing I would really also love to know, you mentioned something key, and that's crystals. And this is something, I'm very crystal illiterate. I underestimated how potent these are, you know? How do you personally incorporate these in your day?
Ooh, was that some citrine that you had there, little citrine? Okay.
I honestly don't know. I know this is like clear quartz, and I know this is amethyst. I'm still learning my crystal stuff. I got a pyramid from the Mirror Life too.
Yeah, you came with me. We went over to the crystal shop when we were in LA. We went bananas and got some really nice stuff.
I got this with Candace. She took us to the psychic shop. I got this labradorite ball.
Yeah, those of you guys who are in LA or you're in the LA area, check out Spellbound Sky. We rolled through there, but yeah, crystals. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. I think I've had crystals on my body consistently for the past 5 years. So it's become my staple, but crystals are cool. I mean, it's kind of like having an accessory energetically. I know that sounds a little materialistic, but I like being able to pick and choose what I want to wear or what I want to have on me, depending on the energy that I'm working with or what I'm working with for the day. It's like, you won't catch me working without my moldavite or my lapis or my smoky quartz or, you know, a couple other things, but I pick and choose. Somebody saying crystals in my bra. Yes, ladies, keep those crystals in your bra. But they're great. They're great to be able to bring in the energy that you need. There are some crystals that I can't go a day without, and there's other ones. I mean, it's like, I can't wear carnelian. If I wear carnelian, I'm like sassy as all hell. People will be on the phone like asking me, "Are you wearing the carnelian? You better take it off." So there's some that I can't wear as much, but I'd be interested to see what everybody else is using, what kind of crystals they're upon, because I'm always seeing new stuff. It's like crystals, aura quartz, and like all kinds of other, you know, odd crystals that I keep learning about and finding out about.
And it just really humbles me how much I have. I need to step up my crystal game for show, because I remember I went to like a steam room and it was very intense, and then I put this bracelet on for joy, and I didn't realize that it kind of helped me withstand it. I feel like even at its very base, if it's like a mental totem that conceptually it just reminds you to focus, I really now more than ever believe in the energetic properties, and it's super gangster, and I'm very grateful. But yeah, we're gonna play a game, and it's a game I play a lot, where we ask each other questions and we go deep. But before we do that, the last thing that I would like to ask, oh yes, the last thing I'd like to, no, I'm actually gonna save this for the questions. We'll do that. But if you have any cards on you, we can pull some cards for the signs back and forth. Oh, she came prepared. She came prepared. All right. Not everyone comes prepared. I told you Candace is the real one. Candace is the real one.
Let's go.
All right. So I guess what we can do is kind of make this a bit of a game too. Like we'll take turns drawing for the signs. Oh, Candace put the glasses on, started looking extra sexy real quick. All right. Turned into the full-on psychic mode. All right, so what we can do is I'm getting that we should pull cards for the signs, and then if one of us pulls like a higher number card or maybe a trump,
okay,
everyone is the higher is the one that works. And then what rule do you put for the lower one?
So explain this to me again. So we're gonna pull cards, and then whatever is higher answers the question?
Yes.
Okay.
You got a marriage proposal already.
That's my fanboy.
Ooh. All right, we can start with Aries. I'm gonna I'll pull the card. Yeah, and then you'll go, and then we'll do it like that.
Okay.
So the card, and then of course if they're both trumps, then the higher trump, right? And then aces are the only thing that can trump the majors, and yeah, if they're both the same, then they'll both apply. So for Aries, we already got a major. Aries, we got the Hermit, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, Aries Sun. Your inner guidance is top notch. So you're very unique. You're walking a path that no one else has walked. So no one else can really teach you or tell you what it is that you can do. So walk this I get distinctly is like your inner Harry Potter leading you down an adventure. And it's like, oh, no one even knows it's going down, but it's going down. So yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn?
Yeah.
And I go to Taurus? Or do I stick with Aries?
Oh yeah, you stick with Aries. So we'll see. I guess if you pull a card that's lower than the Hermit, then I win. But if you pull one that's higher than your interpretation. Oh.
Queen of Swords.
Oh, you know what? I almost feel like, so my bad. I didn't say the rules right. Like both of the cards.
I'm like over here trying to be like, send me the rules, Mike. Give me something.
So both the cards will apply. We'll kind of like read both interpretations, but
I think this is appropriate because this is still about mental knowledge and what you're receiving and what you're getting. That's applicable. Everybody.
So they're lost. Yeah, it's a Gemini thing. We made the rules up on the go, right? So court cards will trump major cards.
Okay.
Actually, so basically, what I mean is, I guess whoever has the higher card, it'll be a lot more powerful.
So what you're trying to say is, I just won?
Yes. You won this round, Candace. You won this round, Candace. It's all good. We got 12 more rounds, so it's 1-0 right now. It's 1-0.
Okay.
So now we're gonna pull for Taurus. It's on. Right?
Oh, come on, bring the heat.
All right. So, oh damn, Taurus. We got the 5 of Pentacles. Already starting off pretty risky, but it's actually relevant because I pulled this card for you the last time I pulled for you. So the same theme of really gaining confidence. You're releasing a lot of anxiety. So the old self-esteem that you had, you're confronting, and this is a great time to break through. But yeah, don't let any alienation get to you. And yes.
Ready?
Yeah.
10 of Wands, baby.
Oh, so it looks like.
Okay.
Look, no, I was gonna say it looks like they'll be overwhelmed if the 5 of Pentacles and a 10 of Wands. Taurus,
especially if Taurus is doing what Taurus does well. You guys want to take it all on, and sometimes you can be feeling that you're in a situation where you're like, where am I going to pull my resources from? Like, how can I get grounded and be able to take care of everybody else's stuff? But sometimes you got to take care of yourself, boo. You know, it can be too much to handle, especially if it's financial stuff that's going on with that combination.
Damn. So it's 2-0, and the peace dealer needs to cash the hell up. But it's all good because it's Gemini. Gemini is gonna show me some love. So this round is as good as mine. Let's just talk a little smack. Oh my God. I would get the 3 of Wands.
Wow. Okay, that's not a bad card though. At least you're planning.
It's a great card. At least the ships are coming in, so this is saying that the long-term plans you set forth and commit to, Gemini rising and Gemini moon, will make your wishes come true. So definitely. Thank you, Brooke Pickett. I'm against the witch. It's not fair. She's too psychic.
Why am I not seeing the updated version of the chat? It looks like my chat's not even like, I might have to restart it, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's get my card. Oh, my card is Temperance.
Damn.
Temperance.
That's amazing.
So patience and perseverance pays off. I mean, I think that with that 3 of Wands, you have to plan. You can't not plan. And so Temperance, I think, is going to give you the opportunity to do that. I also feel like it's going to kind of remind you that before you move, you have to wait for everything to kind of come together and alchemize. And I see that as also kind of like therapeutic. So I know some of you gems have been getting your butt kicked with that Saturn opposition, and plan, take care of you, take care of you. There goes my chat. Now I can see it. Okay.
I'm very grateful. Temperance looks out. And that was a very timely message. And I'm losing, so it's all good. 3 now. Cancer, the card that we have for you is your sign, the Chariot.
Ooh.
Very cool. I feel like for you, it's talking about the alchemical transmutation of all the energy you've been restoring around you. So the way Cancers evolve, it's like they have to clear the energy in their space, and then with that purity, they can, like, you know, so some people, I guess, can spread a lot of negativity and then grow into a darker spirit, but Cancer, I'm seeing lots of victory for you. So really stay away from immediate gratification and roll into victory. All
right. The pressure's on now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
King of Swords, dog!
Oh, my God!
Smoking you. I'm going to lay down some truth.
What the fuck? Damn. That's what it do, though. King of Swords, Chariot. That's intense, actually. Oh, wow. It's frozen on my end. Let me see if I can get it back. Yep. 4-0. 4-0. Before Candace comes back, I'm just gonna talk a lot of smack, cause what's up, Zodiac? What's up, Zodiac? You're not gonna cut me some luck? 4-0. I'm gonna lose 4-0. This is embarrassing. I got people in the live chat laughing at me. And she was literally about to throw down some truth. And then literally we had interference. Like, oh, I think she's back. I think she's back. What's going on, y'all? Like, I'm glad Chrissy caught that. Like, she literally was about to drop some truth after just poning me 4-0. Like, at this point, my ego and my pride is hurt. I don't even know if I'm gonna recover from this, low key. I just have to act cool for all y'all because I got the cat moon, so you know I gotta be in control. But what's good, Jupiter? What's good, Jupiter? What's good? You not gonna throw me some luck? You're not gonna make her like beat me a little bit? You know how sometimes the universe will make it look like you're about to win and then you lose? You just gonna let me get shut down? Like this is a bad like soccer game and I get shut out by Brazil? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm complaining, but I take this really personally, okay? I got Aries 12th house cuss. Like, I be getting a little insecure about stuff like this. My ego will get completely trifled. And then these dark forces want to cut off the call so that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just as she was about to drop some truth. Do you see what I go through, y'all? I do this for you. I do this for y'all. I do this for y'all. Candace, just as he was about to drop some truth, they just want to cut you off.
How far did I get in my rant? That's what I want to know. Because right when I started doing my victory dance, it was like the internet was like, nope.
As soon as you pulled the card and went 4-0, after I thought I was about to get the point and you said I'm about to drop some truth, the internet was like, no. So we gotta tell that.
Okay, let me get back to this. I'm opening up this as I talk to you. So what I was saying is, you know, with the King of Swords coming up with the Chariot, that's awesome because you have the opportunity to be connected to divine truth, to have direction, to receive the information that you need prior to moving forward. You also need that before making a decision. I see the Chariot as you're moving, but you have to have everything reined in appropriately to go where you need to go. So it's making smart decisions. I'm saying everybody missed my victory dance. You missed out.
That would have been victory for all of us. We would have got your positive juju. It's all good though, because I'm claiming this Leo victory right now. I'm not gonna go out without 1 point. All right. And Leo, the card that we have for you is the Tower. What is that? That's 14. That's 16 right there. So that makes a lot of sense because of the nodal energy too. That's all I get, like snap of lightning, instant change, and it's a change that you're ready for. So everything in your life is going to like crash down around you and then build back up, and you just have to change your perspective because you'll be Gucci. But the people around you, I don't think they will be. So you got to help them out because they gonna need your light.
It's those nodal changes. It's the eclipses, and I know it's hitting Leo placement pretty hard, but hold on, y'all. The North Node's coming. I'm reading your guys' comments. I twerk for the goddess. Okay, that's what I twerk for. I have a real job. Twerk for the goddess. Okay, let me see if I can beat you. I got a Page of Pentacles.
I swear to God, this is 16. You don't just meet 16 like this, yo. Like, what is this?
This is what we call magic. No, I'm just kidding. I think you just caught me I think I'm on a lucky roll. So we're just gonna keep going. I wish we were in Vegas. I wish I was in Vegas. I know you're in Vegas, but
I'm supposed to be the lucky one right here. Jupiter's in my fifth.
But you want to know the Page of Pentacles though? That's like taking stock and learning from the things that are crashing down around you. I think the Tower, when I think of the Tower, I tell people that line from what's that movie? Fight Club. It's like, it isn't until you've lost everything that you're free to do anything. So don't be afraid of the Tower, Leo, because everything that's shifting, it's to help kind of get your affairs in order. Be that financial, your health, whatever's going on, like it's to get you in line. So don't fear it. It's a good thing.
All right. beautiful message. Next is Virgo. All right, let's see what we got for you. This is really awesome, by the way. I love the blended interpretations. It's really
it's good. It's good.
So Virgo, I got the Page of Swords. I think you sent a spy to like do your spy, because you know everyone says like Scorpio is the detective. Well, Virgo is the chief police that sends out the detectives and dispatch. So I think one of your little friends who you sent to spy on people for you, they're gonna come back with pertinent info. Some of you Virgos, your best friend's just gonna hit you up like, ooh, girl, he cheated. I saw him in the club. Like, it's gonna be like that. So some of it could be good. Some of this is you taking information you've always learned, but now in new bite-sized chunks. But yeah, you may be getting stalked and creeped on, so keep this in mind.
All right, let's see. I don't know if I can beat that. I'm gonna try.
We shall see.
Knight of Wands.
Stop it!
We didn't wait.
No! No!
Yes!
Get out of here!
No!
Get the fuck out of here! Nah, I can't.
Yes.
I literally can't.
Yes. Hi, this is Candace. Welcome to Peace Talks.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you serious? You're just gonna put a knight?
Hey,
that
like came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere, okay? Because what is page what? Page of Swords?
Page, how you gonna pull the one right
because
above mine?
The Knight of Wands is gonna step in. Listen, if somebody is trolling, okay, if somebody is trolling and they're getting info or maybe not entirely too clear what they're doing, if they're on your side, if they're taking information, this is telling you to know when to get out of there. When I look at knights, it can be a person who comes in that can be fueling the situation, because fire fuels air. So this can end up being a whole lot of stuff going on in the background. But this can also be saying, like, pick up and get out of this situation. Take your energy away from that, or focus it on something else, or try and putting it into a more creative atmosphere rather than feeling like you're going to get bogged down. Because Virgos, you guys have Jupiter that's getting ready to go direct in your second. So it's going to be nice because the financial stuff, people are going to talk if you're doing well. If people are talking about you, you're doing something right. So, okay, Virgo.
And the Knight of Wands is super fun, you know,
Yeah.
super fun. So like, yeah, it's definitely going to combine very well with that intellectual energy. And if there should be a confrontation, the Knight of Wands will beat the crap out of the Page of Swords any day. So it is
Also,
what it is.
I see the Page of Swords. That's like my text message card. I don't know about you, but that's like a text to me. And I always laugh when I see the Knight of Wands, because that's like the booty call card. So it's like, watch out, Virgo. You might get hit up by somebody. You might hear from somebody. If somebody's coming in trying to hit you up, trying to spit some game. Knights rush in, they rush out. You know what I'm saying? They don't stay. Libra.
All right, so it's Libra time. Let's see what we got for Libra. Libra, the card that we have for you is the Queen of Pentacles. I see. Some of you got a Capricorn by your side. Some of you know someone that's like really holding it down. I feel like for you Libra women, this is you stepping into your fourth house and getting a lot more grounded in self-nurturing. So stretch yourself, girl, and do what it do. But yeah, the Queen is here for you. It's awesome.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat that, but I'm gonna try. Technically,
You have to get a king.
I would have to get a king. I'm dropping.
Or a queen.
I got the Sun.
Oh, I'm still in it. I'm still in it.
You're still in it. But I like this though, because I think that this is illuminating what you were saying. Because when I see the Sun card, it's about illumination, but it's also being able to really highlight what's best for the Queen. And the Queen is going to be taking care of her health, her family, her home, her money. She's going to be more focused on everything. I speak on the behalf of Libra risings. We're seeing this. We're valuing ourselves more and being able to really figure out what's important to us and where the important topics are in our life. So it's about time you won one. Thank you.
You don't understand. If I lost that, that would have been in for me. Like, the best I can do is tie now. Like, you just have one more till victory. It's amazing. Isn't that interesting? Victory is the 7 card, the Chariot. But I will not give up. Scorpio.
Come on, Scorpio.
No. Well, it's all good. Gemini didn't look good out for me, but it's actually my fault. Let me not project it to Gemini because it's all good. I trust.
I was Scorpio. So nice to Gemini. I was so nice to Gemini, and you know I've had a rough run with those dudes. So, what is it? What is it? Oh, what is it? Let me see.
The lowest card. The 2 of Pentacles. The lowest card. It's all good though. I'm gonna swallow my pride, Scorpio. The 2 of Pentacles is talking about you definitely making magic with the productivity you generate. And if anything, that's what's going to bring everything. I'm trying not to cry, Kathy. I'm trying not to cry. It's going to generate everything that you need. And just you like being productive as opposed to like paying attention to everything else. This is also the Mars and Capricorn card, but hey, you never know. This could be what you need to get that Virgo or Capricorn on your mind. You never know. Oh no. Candace is, I don't think we got Candace again. So just to let you know the situation I'm in, Scorpio did not look out for me. And I got the lowest card. So the only way is if she pulls a 2. If she pulls a 2, then we tie and no one gets the points. It's not fair. It's not fair, but I'm going to control myself right now. And I'm not going to have a nervous breakdown because this is not what mature, responsible adults do. And I will not be a sore loser about this. I'm glad Kyla caught that every time we do a water sign, it gets interference. You guys think they like you water signs. They be hating on y'all. For real. Not even surprised she got interfered again. And there we go. She's back. She's back to get this final W right here. Before I have to.
Okay, I forget. Yeah. Okay, I was Scorpio. So Scorpio, my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh wow.
Oh, did it freeze? Did it freeze? Why would it freeze right before you're about to pull the card? Is this some kind of practical joke? Is this some kind of practical joke that the universe is playing? Like, was I the only one who saw this? Like, did she not about to pull it so that she could win and then it freezes? You guys are witness live to the shenaniganery. I swear. This is like, I'm not doing this, guys. I swear to God. Like, I'm not that much of a sore loser. This is the hugest interference I've gotten in a while. I thought y'all I thought Aquarius was hated on. Looks like Scorpio is just getting like, it might be both. Like, I don't understand what the hell is going on right now. Okay. This is super crazy. This chick was about to pull her card. It got blocked. And then she was about to pull her card again. Scorpio began blocked. I did not manifest this, guy. Someone said I manifested this, but why would I want to manifest interference on my own live video? I know I'm getting my ass whooped, and I know I just got owned. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the card she pulled. We don't know the card she pulled, so it's suspense. But I know I just got dragged for like the first 6. It's that type of pity. I'm pretty sure that last one was just for pity. But the universe was just like, all right, let's just give the peace dealer 1 point. It's totally cool. And if it sounds like I'm rambling on, you better just enjoy this rambling because this is me venting. This is me venting. There's no way I'm going to have psychic interference in my psychic readings and then have psychic interference at my live calls, get mercilessly beat by a real one, and then she's going to get like completely interfered before she pulls the card. All right,
Okay.
let's try this again. Let's try this again.
I think this is what I get for talking shit. I don't know if you saw my card, but I had 10 of Swords. So basically what I was saying is, sounds like Scorpios are doing what Scorpios do best, weighing out options, deciding what.
Oh my God. What is this? What's going on, y'all? All right, let's do a ritual. Let's do this gathering ritual we do. Earth signs, let's get it popping. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, ground the energy from the earth. No more playing around. They want to do this 3 times in a row. We're going to have to clap back. We're going to have to clap back. Ground the energy. Feel the energy from the live chat coming. All right, burn that sage. Air signs, start saying the affirmations. We are blessed. We are loved. We do not let people G-check us because darker forces are literally afraid. This is a sign of fear. Like they're literally afraid that we're doing this. So they have to cut this off because there's going to be someone who can't stay that long. And each person is that valuable. Water signs, send the healing, okay? And fire signs, get turned up. I usually say dance, but this is what we set the intent with the fire signs. So, you know, get turned up, get a little righteous anger in you, and clap back, all right? The healing from the water and the grounding from the earth is gonna have you intuitively know who to clap this back to, even if you don't really know. Intuitive knowing is different from real knowing, all right? So let's just bask in this energy. It is what it is. Shout out to those of y'all turn in the live chat. Brooke says they're pissing me off. I feel you, they pissing me off too. All right, and this is why I say water has to protect air. I mean, air has to protect water. That was a nice Freudian. But yeah, and really keep this in mind because they're really out here trying to screw up Cancer. They're really out here trying to make Scorpio misunderstood. They're really out here trying to make Pisces look delusional, yo. So, you know, we are blessed, we are loved, we are powerful spiritual gangsters. We have no interference that can touch us together. We create alchemy. Hashtag clapback season. That's what, shout out to Chrissy. We got a real archangel in the live chat. You know what I'm saying? They don't want this collab. But one thing that I love is despite the interference, we didn't give up. We didn't give up. They got us really bad in the beginning. And I didn't even think we would make it. Like I was gonna be like, we might have to reschedule, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it going. It is what it is. They're not gonna stop this. And this is already one of the best peace talks that I've had, even with the interference. And then I'm trying to think of the last Scorpio that I had. For anyone who's seen most of these peace talks, have I featured a Scorpio before? I think this might be the first Scorpio. And I'm gonna go back in time and look down my list and see if she really is the first Scorpio that we've had. And this is the 46th episode, so. By the way, I'm very, very mindfully aware, like my Gemini moon doesn't know, but I have moon on Neptune, on Uranus, on Saturn in the 8th. So I know at a soul level who's throwing interference. It's a specific conglomerate, and it's someone in the spiritual community. And it's a specific couple of people who don't know they're both projecting energy at me. They don't know they're working together. Good luck. Good luck. We got some fire signs who've already thrown hexes back at you. You don't just interfere stuff like this. All right, if you got 8th house energy, trust those intuitions. Pluto is in the 8th transiting, and let's get back. I got you, Candace.
Okay.
I was just realizing that you might be the first Scorpio I've had ever featured on the Peace Talk.
Wow.
So that would make.
Do I get a trophy or a pin?
You are not the first Scorpio. Mm-hmm. I think you're the second Scorpio, but the first Scorpio was a man, and now the second one is a woman.
All right. Did you get my Ten of Swords spiel?
Yeah, we got the Ten of Swords.
Okay, so now sure. I'm sure we're on to Sag. Did you pull yet?
No, All right. First of all, you are actually the fifth Scorpio.
Everybody's
so I was
correcting
completely
you right now.
Yeah, you're not the first, but regardless, we didn't get to the finish of the Ten of Swords, so you gotta have to repeat the Scorpio one
again. Okay. So, Ten of Swords, endings, you know, connected with the Two of Pentacles is weighing out what you need, what you don't need, what's best for you, but also if you're juggling too much, or maybe you need to let go of something so you can start something new. I see that as making choices that's best for you. And so although the Ten of Swords can be a gnarly card, I say let it go, because it's actually preparing you. I mean, I've seen a lot of Scorpios really going through it, having, you know, Jupiter transiting their 12th house, guys. It's a year of pulling back and realizing what you need and what's going on deep in your subconscious and being able to release old patterns that might actually be blocking you. So get with it. You're going to start to see, especially when Jupiter goes direct, things are really going to become very evident of what you need to let go of.
Beautiful. Let's do Sagittarius now.
Saggies.
The score is now 7-1.
Okay.
I have lost.
I mean, just keep going. Just keep going. You're with it.
No, I'm gonna let my ego complain about this.
Oh no! I love to pick on Geminis. Don't take it personally.
It's not my Gemini. It's my Mars in Aries. My Mars in Aries is.
What degree is your Mars?
8 degrees.
Oh, so it squares my Venus. Exactly.
So Venus beat Mars right now. Sagittarius, we have the Death card.
Ooh.
And the Death card is not talking about something ending in your life, okay? The Death card is talking about you murking something. You got that 12th house Scorpio. So some of you are gonna have to get your hands dirty and shed some blood. And the universe has been trying to initiate you into this, but you've been trying to play goody two-shoes. And don't let these shinigami like shake their heads any longer. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you have to kill, you're gonna have to kill.
Whew. The pressure. Okay, so what was the card? The card was what again? I was like so deep into what you're listening. Okay, the Hermit. Oh no, the Death card. The Death card. Okay.
The Hangman. Damn.
Wow.
I'm not even surprised anymore. But that's actually amazing.
But you know, these two need each other. The Hangman and the Death card, they need each other. Because in order to get to this place, or that the place of death and being able to accept something and let something go, I see the Hangman as like accepting the situation and realizing, okay, we're here. This is where we're at. And in order to get to the next step or be able to have that flash of where you've been, where you're going, to accept that, you need the Hangman. It's about saying where you're at, and especially with where Saturn's at, yeah, it's kind of got you, but it's going to help you take you to the brink of what if. And I think that's really what's going to get you guys thinking, you know, being so Jupiter based with Sagittarius. I think Saturn is teaching you to kind of get really real, get real with your body, get real with the earth, get real with everything that is. So you have a solid foundation. So this is going to make you think about it before you move forward on stuff.
Definitely great transformation and initiation. So Sag is definitely on that. All right, Capricorn, the card we have for you is, how ironic, I got the Hangman.
Ooh.
Number 12. The Hangman is, of course, talking about completely surrendering. And this is because stepping into, there's so much have like on your plate, but there's so much that you can't control and that you have to let go because you're trying to understand an experience that is at a higher dimension than you can actually like perceive. So you have to surrender and let it happen to you. And you're don't do anything, it won't get done. When it's the opposite that you have to do, you have to not do anything and surrender. And that's what you're doing to do what you're trying to do. And yes.
Whew, I couldn't have said that better, so I'm just gonna agree with you. I have 5 of Swords. Don't, I see the Five of Swords as walking away from something and not fighting it, but I see it also as being a situation where regardless of what you say, it's not going to make much of a difference. The Hangman is saying you may be hearing everything may be coming at you, but now is not a time to be reactive. Now is not a time to be having stuff coming out of your mouth. There's no need to be defensive. Once again, it's pouring into the Hangman, which is about surrender.
Yeah, I really experienced that recently too. Someone's got the smack, so I'm just going to talk good. Aquarius. Let me see. Aquarius. Yeah, that's true. Aquarius. We got the Hanged Man again.
No way. No way. This is crazy.
Same message.
Obviously, everybody needs to hear this. Well, you know, it might have to do with the South Node. Might have to do with the South.
Oh. And it's really because Capricorn has a lot of power, so it's a double-edged sword. It kind of, you know, now they have to let go, but Aquarius knows too much, so you literally have to let go of what you know, because what you're knowing is a blockage, because you know it's fixed, so you have to let go of that and be like Gemini and just forget you know everything and just be magic.
Whew, okay, here we go. Ten of Swords. This is like repetition. Like it's just gonna keep saying the same thing. So yes. So it's about letting go. But this might actually be for Aquarius. As you're seeing the South Node, I see these two coming together and it being really a situation where it's like, nope, that's gone. Bye. That's gone. We're not stuck on that. We're gonna release that because that's something that is hindering you. And it might be things coming back from past lives. I see past life connections with this. It's like whether you're having dream recall or you're going through stuff and you're noticing that things are coming back, or, you know, I've talked to people recently who've been doing regressions. It's just, it's nuts, but surrender, once again, surrender.
All right, finally, Pisces. The card we have for you, Pisces. We got the Chariot. It's similar to Cancer. Pisces, your hard work is paying off. You have passed that finish line. And I see this, Pisces, as you having the juice. We got the Magi too. So you don't only have the juice, like you have no competition. So like there's certain things you have to be assertive about in your life. And yeah, maybe someone close to you may want the same thing, but this isn't the time to be like, all right, I'll give them a fair chance. You got to boss up on everyone and take what you know is yours. Blah.
Okay, let's see what I get. Oh, okay. King of Cups. King of Cups. So how appropriate, Pisces, that you literally are now at a point of leading with your heart. You're leading with your heart. It's like your cup runneth over. This is a situation where you're really kind of in tune with what's happening emotionally, what's happening spiritually, and you're having to pull in both of those reins. I know it can be hard with Neptune right now. I've talked to a lot of Pisces placement, but you're moving forward and you're really connecting to your heart's desire and realizing what is most important to you emotionally. And that's so very connected with the Hermit card. It's like that, you know, your home is your shell, is what you're doing, it's what you're bringing in, the people who you have relationships with. Everything is becoming very heart-centered, and that's when you can move forward.
Beautiful. Congratulations on this 8-5. You congrats.
Thank you. It was a good match.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely dominated, but it's a Scorpio thing I'm writing. Actually, I only want to take that away from you. It's a Candace thing, I see. So yeah, I guess to close, we'll close with this final game, which yeah, we're going from game to game. But okay. Yeah, we're gonna take turns asking each other questions, and we'll start with you. So you're gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it, and then I'm gonna ask you a question, you'll answer it, and then you'll ask me, and we'll go 3 rounds of that. So.
Okay, like whatever I want? Is there a topic?
Whatever you want.
Okay. If you could have, hold on, let me think about this. Okay. Your last meal, Taurus, what would it be?
Oh my God. My last meal.
Yeah, your last meal.
Honestly, my last meal, I would want it to be some fish. And I mean like some cunnilingus. Like I would want my last meal to be some divine feminine, very tasty, you know, make my tongue get hasty, you know, magic. I'm gonna be real, the P word. And I'm totally serious. After I learned that it's even good for you like that, how dare would I?
Holy shit, he just
I got these vegans all mad at me because I'm out here, you know, eating meat. So I might as well eat, you know, the real deal. And that's what I'm doing.
That even makes me blush, and I don't blush. Okay.
You're talking about my last meal, so might as well, you know. So the question I have for you is, what's the best way to deal with negative entities? How can you tell if an energy or if something is coming hostilely, and how do you deal with it?
For me, I work with pitches and frequencies. So I feel like if something is around, I can feel it and I know when it's off. Or I will start to feel a little nauseous if something is not vibing with me. How do I do it? Let me grab it. Hold on a second. This is my product placement. I love Florida water, guys. This is my jam. It smells, yes. I love this stuff. It smells great. You can put it in a spray bottle. You can spray it. I put it on my hands. I put it on my body. I clear stuff. If it's not that, I mean, you can use sage, but I really like using Florida water, or I like using salt water to clear me. But like I said, intention's everything. So I like using selenite wands, but I also just imagine just my like little bubble going up, and it's just like, nope, riding away from your vibes. So that's my answer.
Beautiful. Okay. So Florida water is like all encompassing. It's good because I actually didn't know what to do with this. I just remembered that it's potent and that you can spray it on yourself. So good to know.
Good. You just get everything off.
I've heard somebody get rid of a headache that way. Actually, someone used it to get rid of a headache on me in Aquarius. He just put it on. Like he said that somebody was trying to like interfere with me, and then I had a headache, and then he put the Florida water, and then blah.
Fun. Yeah, that removes the stickies. That's for sure.
Nice.
My turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. If there is one particular sun and moon combination of a woman that you are deathly afraid of, what is that combination?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
The peace dealer fears nobody. No, I was joking. Honestly,
all the ladies are like,
it's really weird because I started to be a lot more aware. So if we're talking about fear here, it's going to be, I can't do a tie, so I have to break this down first. Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Scorpio, those three have like different types of fear. Aquarius and Pisces, we cool. So I'm gonna break down those because I just came into this. And as a man, it fucks with my pride a lot. I have to be honest. Sagittarius, I didn't really expect this. Like the reason why Sagittarius, I kind of fear, Sagittarius woman will just out of nowhere, just like boss up on you. Just like completely like out of nowhere, like get super masculine and start G-checking you. And then some of them have like Pluto on their sun. And now my mind is confused because it's like, why am I fearing for my life? This chick isn't even like she's small. Like, why do I feel at a spiritual level like she's about to ether me right now? I don't like that. I don't like that. And then Scorpio Woman, it's like Scorpio Woman is a little bit more scary because I only find out in hindsight. And my younger sister's a Scorpio, so she'd do this to me all the time. And Scorpio, I'd be a bit afraid of because like y'all will say some shit and like a Virgo will pick up on it instantly, like people who listen. And then I won't realize until like the room, and then I'm like, oh shit, you were completely serious about. And you'll say something with like dark humor in it, and in the moment I'll laugh and like, that's funny, and I'll be like, oh shit, like serious. And then
you don't even see it coming until we've already been like zing, then it's game over. So it's, you don't even stand a chance.
It's a totally different type of fear though. Like the Sag will boss up, but the Scorpio, it kind of comes up like hair raising, like, and then you'll kind of know how to. My sister used to do that all the time. Like my Scorpio sister will waste no time to hide in the corner and like boo and try and like shock me and stuff like that. And that's the fear. It's not like Sagittarius that's in your face. The Scorpio woman fear is like, I could kill you right now, but I didn't. Like I used to date a Scorpio chick for like it wasn't like over a month, but one day like I woke up and she was on the bed hovering over me, and I was just like,
we do that. We do that. We're like, we want sex. Give it to me. I was cracking up watching your video, and you're putting that thing up, going with the sign. She wants sex now. Oh my god, it's very accurate. Unfortunately, unfortunately.
That's why I'm scared of Scorpio, because and then Sag, they boss up, and then Capricorn would just kind of get like freaky. It's kind of like Scorpio, but because I have my moon in Cap, like they will just kind of like turn all goat, and then it's just like, no way, her eyes didn't just like flash white, like I'm so key. Like I have to pretend like I didn't experience. Like no way, she'd like nah. But honestly, it's not really as scary to me. It's really more freaky. So I'm really dancing around.
Come to the dark side, Mike. Come to the dark side. You're fun.
Like I want to say Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is more like in an exhilaration scare. I'm gonna say honestly, it's a tie between Cap or Scorpio. Cap because I don't even know. See, with Scorpio, I can be barely aware. With Cap, it's scary because I'm totally oblivious. Like I know I'm not even aware, and that's what makes it scary. And it's like, damn it. But I'm gonna have to give it to Scorpio. And if it's moon sign, I might have to say like every moon sign that a Scorpio has is scary. I can't really pull one, like, honestly. I'm gonna just have to give that, like, Gemini answer where I don't choose one. Because I want to say, like, Gemini moon, or I want to say, like, even Aries or, like, Leo, because that fire will make them quick to react. But no, all y'all Scorpio women, I don't even know. Like,
yay, Scorpio wins through and through all night. Killing it.
Oh gosh, I'm not gonna lie though, Pisces could be super scary too, but I try and stay away from them, so I don't even have to like deal. When Pisces gets scary, it's gonna be that one moment you would never expect, and then everything changes, and it's like, I don't know if I can even talk to you anymore. Like you just basically turned into Ursula on me, and now I can't like forget this. But yeah, the question that I have is, what are your 3 favorite zodiac signs, and what are the 3 most challenging? I see you, D. Martell. That hurt me. I see you throwing shade. That's cool. But what are your 3 favorite, and what are your 3 most challenging?
Okay, so my 3 favorite and the 3 most difficult for me personally.
Yeah. And they don't even have to be sun signs. They could be zodiac placements too.
Okay. So any planetary placement that I find difficult?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
And the 3 most difficult.
Okay. The one.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They trolling. They trolling. They are trolling. Well, that's all I gotta say. It is what it is, though. Wow. It's always like right before she says it, too. That's the one thing that honestly gets to me. And the really crazy part is that both of our internets run very like powerfully. Olivia Cabrera said y'all shouldn't have talked about Pisces. I would hope that's not why. I would not be surprised. But yeah, both of us don't only have like good internet speeds. Like they run pretty fast. So I mean, y'all know interference is interference, and I'm not really gonna let it get to me because yeah. I'm feeling though that I'm feeling though that this chat with it being in with the moon in Scorpio, this is actually a ritual in and of itself. So for those of you watching, it's shifting a whole lot. We're kind of like facilitating this experience for a whole lot. So I would keep that in mind. Candace will be back shortly. I'm not really worried. And yeah, just as Sweet Mother of Chaos said, the planet said the roast session is canceled. So yeah.
Okay.
We got you.
Now I'm back. Okay, so I love Mercury conjunct the sun or Pluto conjunct the sun in Scorpio. It's one of my favorite because I feel like I jive with him very well and I can be my intense psycho fucking self. Oops.
Mercury conjunct the sun in Scorpio. Nice.
I can bring the darkness. I love South Node in Capricorn. And I like that. I guess that's not technically a planetary placement, but whatever. South Node and Cap, I get them. I just get it. I understand them. I get where they're coming from. And I love being able to talk to them about working away from this is practical, this is how we do things, and working more towards the self-nurturing and self-healing. Man, what else do I like? I love anybody who's got Venus and Mars conjunct. I like that too. Yeah, I like Venus and Mars conjunct, depending on the sign, but I think that's excellent. They're sexual, they're very emotional, they're very proud. It's like, I don't know, something about that to me is just so amazing and very sexual. So I like that too. Difficult connections, I would say people who have Saturn conjunct Venus. I'm not crazy about that. I have that personally, and I feel like I've dealt with a lot of people and talked to a lot of people with that. I think also I'm not a huge fan of South Node in Sagittarius. That's just me personally. I feel like they're a little too outspoken even for me or a little bit too, I don't know, I noticed that I clash with that, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't have anything that squares Sag, but my progressed sun is in Sag. And I'm just really having a hard time with those mutable signs. I'm just going to say that. It's just, I don't have it in me, you know? I'm all Capricorn and Scorpio. I'm Scorpio-corn with my moon in Aries. And so I don't understand the whole I'm in and I'm out, I'm there and I'm not there thing because I'm very black and white. But to put it into lamer terms, I love Scorpios. I love all the signs, okay? I love Scorpios. I love me a Taurus man. I love Taurus energy, Taurus placement, even though it opposes my Scorpio. Like, I love it. Like, it's hot. It's a challenge. Like, and it's just so spicy. I love Cancers. I'm not crazy, and this is coming just from personal experience. I'm not judging people. I'm not crazy about Geminis. I've had a rough run with Geminis. all of my bad breakups have been Geminis, and I'm a super ice queen, and I usually won't let people know when they've broken my heart, but like I've been broken into a million pieces by Gemini men. So that's rough. Yeah. Keep your distance, homeboy. You know, I find that because I have so many planets and my South Node in Leo, Leo is so many planets in Scorpio, my South Node in Leo is very difficult for me. Unless you've got that Venus and Mars squaring me, I'll take that. That's hot. But otherwise, I've had a difficult time with some Leo placements.
I really like how you opened up with like the square being hot. That's really awesome.
Oh, I welcome the Leo Scorpio squares. And it's my South Node. It's like, if I meet somebody who's got those planets there, I feel like the Scorpio woman is the equivalent of a Leo man. And I can say that because I'm a super eccentric, super bougie, like.
I actually have a World War Z episode about karmic soulmates, and I go in depth about how Scorpio woman and Leo man are karmic soulmates. And of course, she would drop that truth about karmic soulmates. And we're interfered again, folks. You have it live. Dark forces think they can fuck with the mystic, illuminational peace dealer and Candace. It is what it is. It is what it is. We need to show you this because seeing is believing. And it makes it that much more real. All the skeptics can chill. And I'm just going to keep talking because that's all Gemini is here for. We're just the filler air. You know, I could be silent. Pisces would be like, no, just be silent. But we ain't gonna do that. I am not a sun in Gemini just so I can be silent and respect the divine feminine light side in this biatch. Air flights for show, you know. Now, if everyone in the live chat can join me in the flight boss chant, we're going to evoke the Archangel Uriel because she has a moon in Aries and he's in Aries. It's going to bring her back. Repeat after me. Flights. Air for show, you know. Flights. Flight boss. Air for show, you know. Air for show, you know. You know. Air. I can literally say these ad-libs like all day. Like, y'all understand how much Dolo gives me life. Like, I'm gonna be the first astrologer fanboy of Dolo the Pilot, man. Like, straight up, straight up, straight up and down. It is what it is, though. Continue to join me for this chant. Flight boss, you know, for show. Make sure when you say the for show, it's not like a for show. Like, you don't want to disrespect it and just be like, for show. You have to carry it on and be like, for show. The more groovy the swag the for show is in, the better that you will evoke this fire. So that when you say air, it comes out of a nice for show. Air flights. And you can just like, there we go, Miriam. And look at what the chat done. The chat has done it. Wow. We use the Flight Boss chat to bring you back and travel you back to the street.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. But I'm sure you heard my spiel about, yeah, so I think squares are good. They're not necessarily bad. It can be a good thing. And yeah, are we done? Do I owe you a question?
Yes, you do.
That was 3?
Yes.
That was 3 already?
No, this was 2.
2,
so
okay. I'm trying to keep the good vibes going. Your turn. Yes. My turn.
Your turn to ask me.
My turn to ask you something. Okay, so this is my 3rd question.
Yes, it is. Oh, you're right.
What is the most valuable piece of information you have received recently to give in a reading that you feel was actually for yourself?
Okay. Sometimes the universe says things in certain ways. And this is the specific message that I got. So the advice that I kind of gave to speak, first of all, the advice that I was given, I'm not really going to answer your question first, but the advice that Spirit has wanted to tell me for ages is to shut my dumb ass up. I don't know if people think that Spirit is benevolent, but that's it. And now to kind of put defense for Spirit, I reveal too many secrets. Like, I talk way too much. So spirit makes sure at every moment they can tell me to shut up, like to really just, like that's their, I'll be getting mad synchronicities. Like, you know, you don't always have to say as much as you know. You know how people will like give you advice, but they won't give it to you directly. And then I'll be like, look at spirit wanting me to shut up. And I'll just say some more. But I'm gonna learn from that. The advice to answer your question is really more, and I can tell that it's being spoken to me, is to really trust your intuition when it comes to like 8th house stuff, and when it comes to like really believing in the secret connections that certain people share, because some people are more aware than the other, and one person is usually higher, one person is usually lower, and the lower has to like surrender to that higher energy. But regardless, the question that I have for you, Candace, the question we want to know, have 3 sun signs that you have to choose. What are these 3 sun signs that you, and I don't really want to make it too personal, but what are the top 3 sun signs that have the best sex? Like, you know, if it was just those 3 sun signs, bam.
Okay, we're gonna go there. Just the sun? We're just talking sun?
Just the sun, just the sun.
Okay, so this is from personal experience because I'm going to own it. I've slept my way through the zodiac for research purposes.
Hey, I still need to sleep with a Scorpio and a Leo, so I'm still missing some.
You're missing out on the best ones then.
I am.
My personal opinion, and this is me, from my opinion, I think the best would have to be Taurus. Maybe that's because my 8th house is Taurus, but I love
best sex is Taurus.
Yeah, best sex. I mean, if we're talking top 3, I'll give you the best top 3. So definitely Taurus, because they're gonna spoil you, they're gonna feed you, they're gonna rub you down, they're gonna make you comfortable, and then they're gonna give it to you nice and slow. Everybody likes that. Even an antsy Scorpio or a fire sign likes that, and I like those squares with that too. Great sex, they'll keep coming back. I think the other one is Gemini. Gemini, you guys are just messed up in the head, and I love it. I love it. It's sick. It's sick how much I like it.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was waiting.
But you all aren't consistent. It's like you'll be laying down the pipe for a month and vanish. That's not okay. Like, I will burn your house down. You can't do that. That's an MO to all of the Geminis that I no longer talk to. I hope they see this.
That's real.
But Gemini also, they'll get in your head, man. They'll say some dirty stuff. And I love it. I love it. It's sick. I love it. And then number 3, for me, you know, it's weird. It's not a water sign because I've slept with Scorpio, but I feel like they're too crazy for me. So I have way too many points with Scorpio. I've slept with Scorpio. They're really good, but they have this weird, because of my Pluto sign, it's going to turn into like some situation. Like, what's the movie where the woman boils the rabbit?
Oh my God.
It's, you know what I'm talking about? What movie I'm talking about? Help me out in the chat, guys. I'm trying. A fatal attraction. My interaction with Scorpio men is like a fatal attraction situation. It's bad. My other favorite, can you guess what it is?
Is it Sagittarius or Leo? I know we gotta get some fire in there, but I don't know.
I would have to say, actually, and this is gonna surprise you, but like, it's Virgo. It's Virgo, and you want to know why? And I was telling somebody this recently, because I think Virgos are a combination of Scorpio and Gemini, but they're not outwardly about it. They're super grounded, and so you would think that they're very like, oh no, like reserved. But like, I've had some good Virgo recently, so you know.
I have not had the proper Virgo. The Virgo I was. And it's not fair because Virgo is dope, Cap's dope. I didn't have the right representatives, to be honest. So I've been missing out.
Is it where we like plug in the email so you can get your fan mail that's like, Dear Mike, I'm a Virgo or I'm a Scorpio.
Virgo, Scorpio, and Leo. Holler at me.
Come on, guys. Come on down.
Thank you so much, Candace. This was really fun. I know they tried to like
I know it was, but we kept on with it, Mike. We kept on with it. So that's, I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. And I'm so glad to have you on the team.
Thank you.
Looking very forward to what we're gonna do. So do you have any last word, like of encouragement for any new spiritualists or spiritualists watching you?
Yeah. My advice would be to listen to anything and everything. Absorb as much information from as many reputable sources as you can. And, you know, take what you like and leave the rest, guys, because we're in a process now where things are evolving and moving very quickly. With the internet and social media and so many other things that are going on, there are so many outlets to connect with some really great teachers, some spiritual practitioners, some witches, a little bit of everything. So keep looking and keep searching and keep asking questions, because you should be a skeptic. It means that you're taking everything into consideration and you're doing the work.
Amen. Amen, soul sister. Amen, everyone in the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all stay tuned. We're going to come with the dope broadcasts and videos. You will definitely see more of us. So until next.
We will be back. Peace.